Your chair higher than mine?
I'm just taller than
Oh,
you.
you taller than me. Wait till Sarayab come.
All right.
Listen. All right. Clap it up. Let's say Christ. All right. Let's say Christ. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Okay. This is the ISUPK Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York City, New York, under Commanding General Hachaanakah. We are the priests and prophets of this earth, resurrected back onto the earth. The same men that you read about in the Bible, that is us in the ISUPK. Okay. And we are here to bring our people the truth, which is the Bible. Okay. The Bible that we use. Right? Law, statutes, and commandments to bring our people back to who they are, turn them back to the Most High. Okay. All right. We're doing that. Tonight is the first day of the Feast of Dedication, Hachaanakah. Hanukkah. All right. People, you may think that this is a white man's holiday, a Jewish man's holiday. Jewish people are not the real Jews. We are the real Jews. Okay. I was watching, what was that, Kevin Costner? Kevin Costner got a Christmas series now. Call it The First Christmas or something, right? And me and my mom was watching it, and I'm watching it, and he said that the three kings brought frankincense and incense and myrrh and gold. And I'm like, what white person do you know? Right. When you think of gold and incense, I never heard a white person say, oh, I'm going to the store to get some incense. Never. You do that not knowing that you're a Jew. You do that not knowing that you related to Jesus, that y'all the same people, that you the 12 tribes of Israel. You've been doing that. Am I right or wrong? You wear gold like no other. All right. Okay. So if it was fit for Yahweh Shai Mashiach, Jesus Christ, it's going to prove who the real Israelites are, who the real Jews are, and that is us. Absolutely. So we keep our high holy days, we keep our memorial days, our feast days. Okay, and this is the Feast of Dedication. We're going to get right into it. If you need questions, any comments that you need to bring out, please do so. All right, and as you can see, we have it's 8 branches on the menorah, okay, the candlestick in the Hebrew, right? And remember, a candlestick was also filled with oil and had wicks of oil in it. Okay, and that was the miracle. That was the thing. While we were battling the Greeks and fighting against the Greeks for our own dignity, for our own humanity, like we still battling today against the Greeks, the white man, right? It stayed lit all the way through, okay, and never burnt out, right? So we're going to get into it, okay? We'll get into it. Like you said, the first scriptures, all right?
And Salaki, just to add, Hanukkah, or what they call Hanukkah, just means dedication in Hebrew. Hachaanakah means the dedication.
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? So we actually learn our language and we learn what these words. We heard of Hanukkah all our life. We didn't know what it means, but it's actually a Hebrew word that means dedication, to be dedicated to something. They changed it into something worldly. It's almost like Christmas now. It ain't even really what the scriptures say. So we're going to go over it and see exactly what it is. What it is you being dedicated to serve the Most High and to keep the laws and the statutes and the commandments and to fight for what's right instead of fighting for what's evil in the world where you're being tempted. These Grecians tempted our people. And another thing real quick, the reason why it says neither Jew nor Greek in the New Testament is because a lot of our people forsook our ways and became Grecians. So the church never really lets you understand that. They make you think Greek means everybody. No, we turned Greek and started speaking Greek. The same way we speak English today is the same way we spoke Greek then.
That's what we about to bring out.
Go ahead.
Salakia, did you say if we have questions?
Yes, go ahead. Question. This is 4 questions.
Salakia. So, is Kwanzaa, like, is that kind of similar to Hachaanakah? Because I know they have, like, you know, the 7 candlesticks, something like that. Is that kind of similar?
No, the brother, he was just trying to come up with something for us. Yeah, Kwanzaa has no connection or correlation with us. That's who we truly are.
Right.
Or Hanukkah.
Gotcha.
Okay. But the brother, he was trying to see, this is what happened in the 60s and the 70s and in the 80s. What happened was we were tired of the oppression, right? We were tired of Christianity.
Right.
We saw that Christianity made the connection to white supremacy, all right? And since we saw that they made that connection, but it was false, right? So what we tried to do, so what we tried to do is we tried to run away from anything associated with the white man. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's why Kwanzaa starts the day after Christmas. You get what I'm saying? December 26th. Because he wanted it to somewhat combat Christmas,
right,
and give us a culture or an identity. All right. Okay. So I don't knock the brother for trying.
Right.
Okay. But it brought us into Pan-African and African and all that other stuff, which we are not. All right. Okay. What happens is, like right now,
that's why it's green and blue, or green and
red, green and black. Okay. So what happens, just like today, you see the Africans saying we have no culture, because we'll come up with something and try to come up with something, and then we'll attach it to the Hamites, and we'll become Egyptologists or Africans or Muslims. So we're trying to do anything. We'll name our sons Muslim names, our daughters African names, right? Because we're trying to connect to something other than white supremacy. Okay. All right. But Hachaanakah Yahweh Shah, 1969, 60s. Okay. Abba Bivens, he came up from the south. He started worshiping in the temples. He was keeping Hanukkah, okay, with the Yados, with the toys and all that. Like you said, it has no correlation to what the Bible says. It don't say spin no Yado in the Bible. Where does it say spin a Yado? Nowhere. Where does it say eat matzah crackers and gefilte fish? Nah, we fry fish. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And he saw that, nah, this ain't it. He was going over the scriptures, and he saw, nah, we the real Jews. Separate. And now what you see today came out of that. The true separation from white supremacy is taking back our identity, which is in the Bible. You understand? Which is the real Jews. All right. Okay. You had a follow-up?
Gosh, so is that like an African
kind
of belief?
Yeah, it's more of an African thing. Kwanzaa. Okay. The 7 principles of Kwanzaa are all African principles. Okay. Proverbs. All right. Okay.
So we got the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1. We're gonna start at verse 41. The book of Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all shall be one people.
Y'all see this, okay? Remember, Yahushua kept this. Yahushua kept the Feast of Dedication, all right? Okay? So if you ever hear somebody say they're a Christian and they follow Christ, they shouldn't be following Christmas. They should be following the Feast of Dedication, because that's what Christ kept, all right? Okay? So what happened was, who was the famous Greek leader, king?
Aristotle.
You had your hand up?
Yes.
Okay, say it again.
Aristotle.
Not Aristotle.
Alexander.
Okay. All right. They called him Alexander the Greek, or the Great. All right. They call him the Great because of all the land that he conquered, or the people that he conquered. All right. Now, when Alexander died, it was 4 kings, and this is one of the kings. 4 kings took a hold of each part of the territory under Alexander. Okay. All right. And what they did was they wanted everybody to be Greek. Just like what?
Just like we are in America.
Thank you. Give them a hand. I'm on the truck. I'm driving a plow truck with the Edomite, right? And he talking about Christmas. And hey, you got your boys' presents? I said, no, we don't celebrate no. Man, you ain't see us. I tell it straight up. I said, you ain't see us burn down the tree? He burnt the Christmas tree. He's like, what? He was shocked. And he said, you mean to tell me you don't let your children open up a present? Not one present? Don't you hear the sound that it makes when you tear open the wrapper and the kid be so happy? You don't do that for your kids? I said, man, my sons are on the honor roll. Perfect attendance. I'm a better father than y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're not going to lie to them. But America makes you feel like You have to be American. It's forced on you. Don't let anybody tell you, when you tell them you're a Hebrew Israelite, and they're gonna look at you like you're in a cult and you forcing it on them. Why are you forcing this? Why don't push that on me? Christianity was forced on you.
Right.
Christmas is forced on you. Thanksgiving is forced on you. You cannot go anywhere and not hear a Christmas song. Right or wrong? Every commercial is a nigga singing a holiday song, boy. Every movie, am I right or wrong? Last night I was laughing because that movie came on that y'all played when y'all burnt the Christmas tree. Chris Brown, this Christmas Day. Chris Brown was up there singing. I said, damn, that nigga can sing. He make you want to do Christmas. Who sang it first? Donny Hathaway. You understand what I'm saying? All of them. There's no entertainer who didn't do a Christmas. Busta Rhymes got a Christmas song. Snoop Dogg got a Christmas song now. You understand? You have to. Mariah Carey, she the #1 Christmas singer, and she a black woman. Ain't that a shame?
Right.
So it goes to show you have to be Greek. Everybody. And they're going to tell you it's one. Right? You got to vote. If you don't vote, they look at us like we go to the meetings and stuff. Boy, they think we are insane. We say, no, we don't vote. No Republican nor Democrat. What? You got to be, because you have to be one with America. All right. So read that one more time. Go ahead, Sabiyah.
If I make the add what you're saying, it's heavy because we be out the slave. And we you know what I'm saying, we out the slave in the break room. We show people the tree that we burnt the tree. Right? And then another brother like this, Jake, like, yo, so y'all don't do birthdays?
Yeah.
So we breaking it down why we don't do these things. And then how y'all like, yo, we don't say bless you. They're like y'all say bless you?
They think you crazy.
Yep. Like,
And you know
what?
what? And you know what? We love each other and have more fun than they do.
Right. Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Christmas, they sitting next to family members they cannot stand. That they hate. You understand what I'm saying? You seeing you are going through hell during these holidays trying to buy a gift. You stealing. I used to steal. I had a girlfriend, I would steal a bracelet or a necklace. You understand? Why? Because you got to be a part of it, but not us. What we just do? We played pool, ate wings, had some nice drinks. Right or wrong? Monica beat everybody at pool. Yeah. And what we do today?
Fed the poor.
What we do today?
Fed the poor.
Right. And they didn't even feed them. They don't feed them. They don't give them lunch. You understand? And how often do we feed the poor? Because they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, we fed the poor." They'll do it once for Christmas,
Right.
or once for Thanksgiving. The drug dealers give everybody a turkey on Thanksgiving. No, we'll feed you every day. We'll scrap food together. We'll figure something out.
That's right.
Okay. Shout out to Sabiyah in Israel. I ain't even get the chili. It was so delicious. It was gone, wasn't it?
Neither.
Cornbread.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Go ahead.
But yeah, same thing at the slave. You cutting through. We work at SU, so we cutting through SU Greek fraternities, houses like this, Greek letters, and you like, yo, damn, it ain't no other fraternity but a Greek fraternity.
That's correct.
Like our people still 2,000 years later still are Grecians, and when you go into them, it's black people. Black people, full out black Greek fraternity.
Yeah.
It's like,
Read it one more time.
it's the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom.
Did what?
He wrote to his whole kingdom.
That's meaning he did a decree.
That
whole kingdom.
that all should be one people.
That all should be what?
One people.
And you know, everybody would at first would say what? That sounds good. Shouldn't we all be one people? Shouldn't we all get along and be together and be one? No. It doesn't make any sense. Right? Okay. We meat, right? We eat steaks, chicken, whatever. Okay. Then you got vegans and vegetarians that eat just vegetables. All right. And you got some people that think eating vegetables, a vegetable is kind. A A vegetable is not kind. What do you have to do in a garden? What's something you have to do in a garden? What's the one thing you have to do in a garden? Go ahead.
You have to till the garden.
Right. You till the ground, right? You break the ground, you open it up. Do you mix the seed?
No.
No.
What? You don't put the corn and the potatoes in the same plot?
No.
You don't? You don't put the tomatoes and the pumpkins in the same joint?
Nope.
In the same line?
Nope.
Why not? Why don't you? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. What you say?
Because they don't move.
It doesn't mix. It won't grow. You know what's going to happen? The seed will open up and fight against the other one that doesn't know. Why? Because I have to get the nutrients from the soil. I need to get the sunlight. So that's why you have to weed a garden, right? Because the weeds come through and they're going to go everywhere. What do the weeds want? All the nutrients, all the sunlight, all the water. So you have to separate it. All right? Whenever you hear some people talking about we should all be one. If it's not Black, Hispanic, and Native American, that's wrong. It doesn't make any sense. We can't be. It's impossible, right? Because we need it. We need the soil. We need the sun. We need the water. All right.
Verse 42. And everyone shall leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed, according to the commandment of the king.
Y'all see that, right? Everyone should leave his laws. That's why people think it's far-fetched for Black people to have their own law. People, why can't Black people get it together? Why can't we do it? It ain't the white man out there killing us, it's us. We robbing and stealing from each other. You know why? Because we disobeyed our law. We said no to our law. It's right here. And everyone should leave his law. This is your law. This is your law. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is our law. We the 12 tribes of Israel. This is our culture, our identity. All right? Go ahead. So all the heathen agreed. Okay. All the heathens agreed. Why would the heathens agree? Go ahead, Arya.
Because they don't serve our God.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. What else?
I was gonna say because they're lawless.
Like, go ahead. Give me more.
They
You're
follow they follow their laws and not the Most High laws.
That's correct. But do they even follow their own laws?
No. Wow.
I had a clip. I think I posted it on my page. This cop, she went outside the precinct and she was hiding. She's smoking weed in front of the precinct.
Mm-hmm.
She's the cop. Okay. Even though marijuana is now, you can't say cop. Hey, cop. The police don't follow the law. No white man follows his own law. The white man loves breaking the law.
Mm-hmm.
You hear it in his music, breaking the law, breaking the law. He love it, right? So the heathens would love, well, let's just do whatever we want. The Greeks, boy, what do the Greeks do? They naked in the street. LGBTQ, they naked in the street, everybody with everybody. They do whatever. That's what they're known for. That's why people join them Greek fraternities that you're talking about. Am I right or wrong? The Q dogs, they throw the best parties. The deltas and the sororities and all that. Yeah. Because you're a Greek. You have no law. All right, go ahead.
Verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Did what?
Consented to his religion.
That's right. Keep going.
And sacrificed unto idols.
Meaning, even the Israelites. You're the most beautiful people on the earth. And you want to be like the white people. You want to be like the Chinese people or the African people. Don't you see how crazy that sounds? And you said, I'm going to do away with our law, statutes, and commandments because this is fun. Everybody doing it. Sacrifice unto idols. Okay. All right. I heard black people is Buddhists now. I'll be like, that's crazy. You will do anything. You will follow anything. Buddha? You Buddhist, the African stuff. Remember the plate in the lip? Ain't nobody doing that, right?
That's where you draw the line.
We swear we Muslims too. Islam, yeah, right. They draw the line, right? Islam, banging your head on the concrete. I'll be like, man, y'all do anything. Go ahead, some of y'all.
Slocky, if I may add, this what you the verse you just read is so heavy because again, when we got the slave, we run into a brother and he don't subscribe to the apocrypha. He don't read the apocrypha. So when he go into the New Testament, he don't understand how when we were trying to break it down to him how we became Grecians.
That's right.
And this right here is a prime example how we just have to forget our laws and we're gonna follow the Grecians. And that's how we became. When we say no Greek, no Jew, and he like, yo, what you mean? This is what it says right here, no Greek, no Jew, we all as one, as everybody.
Right.
But if they don't know this, that we learn the ISUPK, they will never understand the rest of the Bible.
Perfect. Can you get that for me too? For Yahweh Shai kept the feast of dedication.
Come.
I think it's in John chapter 7, right?
John chapter 10.
John chapter 10. Wow. Okay. And did what? Profane?
And profane the Sabbath.
Wait. Hold up, because didn't we have last month? I like them Israelite brothers, but they cuss too much. They use too much profanity. You think profane is cuss words. When you don't keep the Sabbath, you profane the Sabbath. You profane the high holy days by saying that they don't exist and you rather do something else in its place. You understand what I'm saying? That's profanity. That's profane. Ass and shit. My grandmother used to say that. I used to say, ooh, she said, shit is in the Bible. Ass is in the Bible. Okay? So profane means to do something wicked, disevolve or disconnect from the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. That's profanity. That's profane. So you profane the Sabbath. All right, go ahead.
Verse 44. For the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the
You
land.
see that? All right. Everybody should follow the strange laws of the land. And they're strange. They strange. These are strange laws of the land. Okay. Just imagine you keeping your culture and everybody is good, and all of a sudden you just see naked white people running down the street. You understand what I'm saying? You seeing naked white people running down the street. Insane. Isn't that crazy? Right? And then what you do? You go ahead and then you follow it. They say it's naked day. It's butt naked day. Everybody just butt naked and just running the street. And you take your simple dumb behind and go and do it. That's what's happening. Okay, go ahead, Mario.
In Salakia, Christmas is strange. Y'all say it's Christ's birthday. Then you got a white man that's on a horse. I mean, what? Reindeers? You got 9 reindeers. They all got names.
Right.
He live in the North Pole. He sees everything. You got little elves helping him. What else? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. That's strange. That's strange. Jingle bells. You know, all that is strange. When you read the law, statutes, and commandments, you're like, hold on, these laws are strange. You know what I'm saying? And we don't catch on.
The white man is the number one pedophile. Right? That's been proven as a fact. He's the number one pedophile. Number one, I should say PDF, right?
There.
Okay. Or baby, grape, all that, right? He's the number one. Okay. And what you do? You'll put your child on a white man's lap. Have him hug your child, squeeze your child, look at the baby in the eyes and say, what do you want me to bring you for Christmas? And your child believes that this white man comes into your house when everybody sleeps. So you just promoting this wickedness, this sexual deviance. Isn't that crazy? That's outstanding. All right. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say the polar bear plunge. They take off all their clothes and dip in sub-zero water.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yep.
That's true. Verse 45, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days.
You see that, right? Okay. All right. So when you're telling your family or you're telling your friends or your coworkers or your people, anybody about these high holy days, they're going to look at you strange when you should look at them strange. You see what I'm saying? Because they profane it, they cut it off. They have to be taught that these are theirs. The Bible is yours. Hanukkah is yours. You understand? All right. You teach your children. They go to school and they tell the teachers and everybody at the school, you talk to them already. We don't do Christmas. You know what? Your child now can give a lecture on Hanukkah. My boys have done it. Okay. The teacher brought in a spindle and a dreidel and stuff. The Greeks said, "Nah, we don't do that. That's we just killed all the Greeks." You get what I'm saying? But it gives us the opportunity to teach our own people what we're truly about. Okay. I think just real quick, Donald Trump just took out of the Library of Congress 76 black books. 76 African American authors in their whole catalog.
Wow.
Right? And you got our people going to fight against Trump. Don't do that. Let them do it. Right? Why? Because we should have our own books and libraries and teach our own babies. That's fine. Now we won't mix with you. Now we don't have to learn your authors and your history and read out of your books how you have it. We got our own. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. And watch us just skyrocket and be greater. All right? Okay.
Verse 46, and polluted the sanctuary and the holy people.
You see that, right? So they're sacrificing the idols. So where do they do it? In the sanctuary and the holy people. You pollute yourself. You become polluted when you start living like the heathens in the other nations. Your language, your culture, your identity, how you dress, how you talk, how you act. You pollute yourself. And then you take your house, or the temples are things that's supposed to be set up for you to come together for the Most High, and you do what in them? Okay. Every corner is a huge church. There's castles. Doing what? Like Jesus, Christmas, Thanksgiving, right? Everything off the chain. New Year's. Okay? You're just polluting more and more your people. Go ahead.
Oh God. Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts.
You ever wonder why is blacks and Hispanics so big on pork? You know why? Because once we took a hold of it, whoo, the Lord didn't just say, we was being wicked and set up altars and chapels to idols. He included swine's flesh because that became the main thing. Just imagine a nation of people never eating pork. And then all of a sudden they start eating pork. It's going to be the new thing. It's the McRib. People will be like, oh, the McRib is back. Right? So it's the pork. And we was doing it everywhere. So every time we have a festival day, we would make sure that we included pig. Don't we do that to this day?
Mm-hmm.
Every time your family come together, pig gotta be there. It's gotta be some pork something.
Mm-hmm.
At least breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Some pork gotta fit in there some type of way. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's when this started. Okay? That's why this is so important for us to remember to have a feast of dedication. Because we're dedicating the temple, the sanctuary, ourselves back to the Most High. Okay? This gives us a time to focus and be like, our people got to come back together and dedicate ourselves back. Because once we were like this. Go ahead.
Verse 48, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised.
Woo! You see that? They should do what?
Leave their children uncircumcised.
What does that mean? To leave their children uncircumcised. Yeah.
Is that like without knowledge?
Perfect. Perfect. Give me more.
Like basically leaving them without the truth.
That's
and learning something different, like the ways of the heathen.
That's it. So now they're uncircumcised physically. Remember, every male child has to be circumcised. Okay, on the 8th day, right? So every child circumcised, and then if we don't do it physically, like you said, now the knowledge is cut off. So what else comes with that? The law, statutes, and commandments, and then what else comes with it?
The covenant.
The covenant. Yep. What else?
Most High.
The Most High. Yep.
Your culture.
What's that?
Your culture.
Your culture, who you are, your heritage, your identity. If your son doesn't know who he is, he's not circumcised, and you get what I'm saying? Remember, the circumcision is also reflective of what Paul said. It's like the circumcision of the heart. Okay, now you dedicated to the Most High. So just imagine you grow up, your father didn't tell you because he didn't circumcise you. So now your seed line is polluted. It's even shown in the physical. Now you don't do it in the physical because you don't live it in the spiritual. So now you're completely cut off. Now you don't know who you are. So we're not calling ourselves Israel anymore. We're calling ourselves Greek, Romans, Philistines, Ephesians, Corinthians. And that's why those books are labeled like that, because that's what we was calling ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? Right. You'd be like, we're American, we're Jamaican, we're Trinidadian, we're Puerto Rican, we're Cuban. Okay, so it's all to just make you disconnected from who you are. You really don't know. I remember a couple times, food drives and stuff, and talking to people. I'm with some brothers in Philly, and the brother and there was a group of sisters or something. They start acting rude or something, and we just kept going, walked by them. And the brother just turned. He said, "Man, they acting like they don't know who we are." I go, they don't. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They don't. One of our very first food drives, a teenage brother came up. He ain't have no shirt on. The one brother, he ain't want to feed him because he's like, "Yo, that's against the law." I go, he has no idea. They don't know because of this. We fell for it and we followed it. And we completely cut off our sons and our daughters from their own identity. Do you know how powerful it is to say that you a Jew? To say that you the 12 tribes of Israel? That you a Benjamite, an Ephraimite, a Manassite? How powerful is that? An Issacharite? That's incredible. To call yourself Israel, Yashar Allah, and to claim it as so. That's the most powerful thing that you could. That's the most powerful identity on the earth. Why is there always a war with the Jewish people and the Israelis? You just told me the nutcase went down to Australia and unalived 16 of them at a concert. Why is it always something with them? You know why? Because they're claiming something that they're not. But they know that there is power behind claiming this identity. So that's why the Greeks wanted us to be cut off from it. Because if you take the most beautiful, most righteous, most great people on the planet and you subjugate them to being under you by being called by your name, that's incredible. Go ahead.
And Salakia, they just had like a summit where all the great pastors in America, you know what I'm saying, all the leaders of the churches, the mega churches, and the black pastors, they had to go to travel to Israel. And the Israelis told them that since the Jewish man is being attacked, that the Christian churches at fault because they failed to teach them the importance of the covenantal people. So now they out there for a summit, and they're supposed to come back to teach the church how Israel is God's people and they're important and all of this and that. Because the church kind of forsake Israel publicly, but behind closed doors they support them. But they supposed to be coming back and teaching that, which shows the proof that your identity is everything. You know what I'm saying? And they know that, and they will never give up that title. Never. They'll say, "Oh, you might be a Jew too," but they'll never tell you that they're not.
Right. Excellent point. Because at the same time, as Trump is trying to cut you off from anything that you have, any type of identity, you and the Hispanics trying to cut y'all off from anything. At the same time, he's going to take the black preachers and the Hispanic preachers and send them to Israel and say, see, these are the real chosen people of God. And they're going to keep giving them all the billions and billions of dollars and making them think that they're special people. You have to continue to do that if you worship Satan. Why? Because if all it is 144,000. If 144,000 of us wake up, that's it. The Yahweh is returning with the angels. 144,000. That's just the men. You understand what I'm saying? That's the elect. And that is what's happening in the ISUPK. That's why we're going out. We're trying to get these brothers and sisters in here so that we can get the elect and bring them back, and it's over. We don't have to have this anymore. We'll have our kingdom and rulership. But they know that it's something. They might not know the full detail of it, but those white people know. Oh, it's something about these guys. These niggas, they gotta continue. Because if everybody's always, why do they hate them so much? Because the Most High put that spirit on them. Right? Because he wants you to see what spirit he put on you. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Because they just hate you for nothing, for everything. You'd be like, damn, white people is just racist for nothing. For nothing. Excuse me. Now, I'm not saying he's right. What was the brother's name? Sharon Moore, the coach for Michigan, that just got jammed up.
One that was,
yeah.
Called, you see what both Edomites?
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Now, he's wrong, right? But how many white coaches got white side chicks? Everyone. You understand? But if you do it, yeah, you're going to be broken down. Somebody was saying, man, Hugh Hefner, he worse than P. Diddy. You absolutely right. But you know what? You're not supposed to do it because you have a different spirit on you. What you need? More candles? Okay. We'll get them for next class. Yep.
And make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanliness.
Your soul is abominable. What does that mean? You know what that means? Abominable means the Most High hates. Abomination. He hated. Abomination means hate, like he hates you now. The Most High hates you now. You was his chosen, but now he hates you because you made your soul like that. Understand? He gave you everything. He put you on a pedestal, make you the greatest nation on the earth, the greatest law, statutes, and commandments, the most righteous and beautiful people. Go ahead.
And profanation.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Profanation. Profanation. Yeah.
Profanation.
It's profane.
Profanation. Okay. To the end, Slack, verse 49, to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances.
Change all the ordinances. Now you forgot the law, right? You don't know the law. And we change the ordinances by saying what? But we don't do that. We don't do that. Y'all doing all that. The law is done away with. Jesus nailed it to the cross. The law is done away with. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense for a law to be done away with? So if you're saying the law is done away with, basically you're saying that we're lawless people. We're without a law. We're chaotic. We're crazy. And then they gonna ask, well, why the YNs wear the ski mask? Them YNs, woo, they bad. No, old niggas, you did it. You did it. Hachaanakah went into that black men's meeting. Woo! I ain't even know no Hachaanakah. I said, yeah, go ahead, say whatever you want. Hachaanakah went off on him. So y'all love the white man too much. Y'all doing this. Y'all letting them rule us. You're changing everything. You don't want your own culture and identity. Y'all blaming it on the young men. Oh, why they on the corners? They want some type of militancy. These boys want to be men. They go into church. The pastor wearing a pink tie. Oh my goodness. Don't get us started on that one. Alex, boy. Whoa, I can't stand him now. He's just flamboyant. So remember we watched his service? Oh my goodness. He had balloons and candies, and he was sweeter than the candies that he was handing out. He was sissing and popping. I said, this is incredible. So you mean to tell me you want your young men to go in there and follow that? They don't want to. So they're going to be on the streets. You starving them. You allowing them to be cut off. And you saying, no laws, no ordinances. Salam says. No laws, no ordinances. You cut off. Right? So they are lawless people. Right? You got something?
And whosoever would not do according to the king,
here it is.
Like it's according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die.
You should what?
He should die.
You should what?
He should die.
Right. The Greeks would put you to death. You would get put to death if you didn't follow their customs. If you didn't take on Greek names. If you didn't keep their laws instead of your law. If you was keeping your law, they would put you to death. Just like they did to us when they brought us off them ships.
Mm-hmm.
You was trying to keep the law. Being under this oppressor is against the Most High. You understand what I'm saying? So you was against that, and they would put you to death. They caught you reading the Bible, they'll put you to death. Nat Turner, he read the Bible, they put him to death. Mm-hmm. The Haitians had a revolution, fought the French, beat the French, and they got to pay the French to this day. They in debt. That's why they so poor. They want you dead for going against them, disobeying them. You trying to follow the Most High. And every time we wanted of our own, we couldn't. Go ahead.
Verse 51. In the selfsame manner wrote he to his whole kingdom and appointed overseers over all the people, commanding the cities of Judah to sacrifice city by city.
It was in order. They would go to every city with Jews in it. You would go to every city and make you sacrifice. Cut open a pig. Make you eat chitlins and pig feet on what was our temples and altars to the Most High. Go ahead. Sorry.
Verse 52.
Let's go up to 54, right? Because I know you had some in the other chapter.
Yeah,
right?
I have some in the other chapter too. It goes up to 54.
Okay.
Verse 52. Then many of the people were gathered unto them, to wit, every one that forsook the law, and so they committed evils in the land.
Yeah. You thinking, how could God be against Christmas? How could he be against a Christmas tree, man? And it's everybody coming together. We all went downtown, Clinton Square. We watched the tree get lit up. We was all ice skating together with them and drinking hot chocolate with them. How could that be wrong? The Lord hates it. You're doing an evil. You're doing an evil. He can't stand it. Go ahead.
Verse 53, and drove the Israelites into secret places, even wheresoever they could fly for succor. Verse,
like security, to be secure.
verse 54, now the 15th day of the month Caslu, in the 140th and 5th year, they set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar and builded idol altars throughout the cities of Judah on every side.
They specifically create holidays and festivals and laws to make sure you stay destroyed.
That's crazy.
They do it to this day. Thanksgiving. All their holidays are reflective of you in slavery. The bombs bursting in there, red, white, and blue, and all that. You're in slavery. They making sure that you stay enslaved. A black woman ain't no black woman unless she twerking and shaking her ass. That's the American way. They're going to show that on the big screen. They're going to give her $1 million. I wonder how Puff got so evil. You know how? They kept giving the nigga more money.
Yeah.
He promoting everything wicked and evil. And boom, here, you give him the money to do it. All of them going to follow it. You know how much money they invest into the prison system? Oh my goodness.
Truly.
It's outstanding. You know how much they invest in the music? Syracuse has a 5% reading level. 8%. Go out. You saw the chart, right? 8%. CBA was what, 84? Skinny Alice was 84 or something like that. The city of Syracuse, 8%. So they got the money, but why would they invest in your education for you to be intelligent, for you to turn back to your laws? They could send everybody to the ISUPK. Isn't that right? They could send every brother that come out of prison. They want them to do this program and that program. We was talking to the brother. I got to do this program and that program. I said, come to class, brother. He said, oh, curfew is 8 o'clock. I said, man, what if they just gave us all the men that come out of your prison? What if they just gave us all the sisters that thought and considered being a hoes? Just give them to us. They won't do that because that's an investment on our part back to the Most High. They rather invest in creating more and more for your demise. The abomination of desolation. Go ahead.
Now, is this abomination of desolation the one that was prophesied in Daniel? You remember when he said, when you see the abomination of desolation sit in the holy place?
Yes.
Was he talking about this?
I'm not certain. Salaki. I don't want to give you the wrong information. I think that's after though.
Okay, we'll ask the general.
Yeah. Tomorrow we'll get that question to General Mahyman. Okay, Lord allow, sometime this week. Because I think it was after what Daniel was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was like kind of after, because Daniel, he was in the Babylonian captivity.
Exactly.
So he prophesied.
He was prophesying all the prophets, all the kingdoms.
Yeah. So
right.
He said when you see the desolation, the abomination, he called it this. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Because
that's just the term we use in all different time periods. So you know what I'm saying? Because it's just how we talk slang.
Okay.
Right.
So this going towards the matter. I think Mattathias.
Sabayat, did you have that one, Baba Kusho? Let's just say, Sabayat, pull this one because this helps us to identify that the Howard Shah kept this day. Okay.
This is the book of John, chapter 10, verse 22. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of the dedication. And it was winter. Verse 23. And Yahushua walked in the temple in Solomon's porch.
You see that, right? All right. Okay. We read it again from the top. Just read it fast.
Okay, this is the book of John, chapter 10, verse 22. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication. And it was winter. Verse 23. And Yahushua walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. Keep going.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish
Verse
that.
24. Then came the Jews round about him and said unto him, How long dost thou make us to doubt?
Okay. Salaki, that's too wild. Okay, just showing that he went to the temple on the feast of dedication.
Yep.
Right? Okay. Hachaanakah, he went to the temple. All right. So Yahushua kept it. And the Jews came around him to ask him, how long? Okay. Why? Because they didn't want the oppression of the Greeks. Now they don't want the oppression of the Romans. So they asking Yahushua, can we get from under the Romans now? Okay. All right. So you follow Jesus Christ. Keep the high holy days. Follow the holy days that he followed. This is Jesus's birthday. What did Christians say? Don't you celebrate your birthday? So why don't you want to celebrate Jesus' birthday? I said, this is crazy. Two wrongs don't make it right, because he was wrong about everything. All right, go ahead.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 21. God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. Verse 22. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion either on the right hand or the left.
That's right.
Verse 23. Now, when he had left speaking these words,
Now it was brothers. Remember it said some flee, right? Because they didn't want to keep it. They didn't want to follow the Greeks. So they flee. Okay. All right. They like the UPK. They fled from it and they spoke and talked against it. They said, don't go to the left or the right. You keep doing, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to worship the Most High. Go ahead.
now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment.
Right. So he teaching them, and one go ahead and walk up to the altar to make a sacrifice.
Verse 24, which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
You hear that? He getting ready to cut open a pig. He happy. All the Greeks is looking, everybody is watching, and he just walking. He got the little piglet in his hand. He happy. Right? Matthias see, and he is enraged. He ran up and slew him. Slew him. Go ahead now.
Verse 25, also the king's commissioners who compelled men to sacrifice. He killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down.
Matthias was on it. Okay. So the men that was around that told that one uppity nigga to go ahead and sacrifice on the altar, he slew them too. And then tore down the idol. Nah, y'all, let's have y'all call me and say, we gonna light this Christmas tree. We gonna set it on fire. I said, what? All right, let's do it. I want to put it in the grill. Nah, we gonna put it in the middle of the street. We just in the middle of the street. Snow everywhere. Every Edomite came on there. Oh my goodness. Black folks. But you shouldn't do that. It's for the kids. And burnt it. They worship that tree like an idol. They really do that. You know, it's people who tear up the Bible and smoke weed with the Bible and all this and burn the Bible and all that and Satan worship and all types of stuff. We don't go and knock on their door. These people wanted to knock on our door. They was upset. One brother stopped me right here, right before y'all lit it up. He said, "Oh, don't tell me y'all about to do what y'all want to." I said, "No lie down here." I said, "Y'all think I got another lighter? You want to set it on fire too?" He said, "Oh, what?" So go ask them what they doing, man. Wow, we got to stop them from doing this. A white lady is saying, "But it's plastic. That damages the ozone layer.
It's illegal.
It's illegal. It's damaging the poor plastic, the environment. White people, you disgust me. You know how much you pollute every day? You pollute a people. You abort people. You murder us. You lynch us. You hang us from trees. And you got the nerve to tell me about the oxygen level in the air. Right now, they looking for anything brown. Anything black or Hispanic, ICE is on a mission. Donald Trump is blowing up ships and saying there's drugs on them. Ain't no drugs on them ships. The coke man still got the drugs. Am I right or wrong? What the hell? You know who he's blowing up? He's blowing up people. That white lady ain't going, "Oh, Trump, stop. You're polluting the air. You know what's on that ship? The metals and the plastic and the oils?" Shut up, white people. You just mad because it's a goddamn Christmas tree. Every black, Hispanic, and Native American should be enraged. We should have the spirit of Matthias. I'm not saying go out and slaughter and do all that, but you should have the rage like, this is just stupid. This is dumb. This lady come in with the pizza. Before they open the box, you already know what's on the pizza. You should go, this is ridiculous. Every pizza got to have pepperoni on it. You should be mad. You should be. Go ahead, Salakia.
Verse 26, thus dealt he zealously for the law of God, like as Phineas did unto Zambri, the son of Salam.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 27, and Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me.
I cannot stand these Christian niggas who ISUPK ain't in the Bible. It doesn't say Israelite, universal. It doesn't say that in the Bible. It doesn't say black people in the Bible. Nigga, this is us. In the city with a loud voice, whosoever is zealous of the law, do what?
And maintaineth the covenant.
Yeah, do what?
Let him follow me.
Don't we say that? Join the ISUPK. Join Commanding General Yohana. We keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We still doing it. You cannot say that we ain't in the Bible. This is us. Christians don't do this. Christians is all free and happy. Like you said. They know how many reindeers is it? They know every name of the reindeers. Go ahead.
Slagia. Verse 28. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that ever they had in the city. Verse 29. Then many that sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness to dwell there.
Y'all see that, right? He took him and he said his sons. Now, what did that mean about his sons? His physical sons, and also those men that followed him. Like Commanding General Yohana is a father. People go, well, that ain't your dad. He taking them into the mountains and into the wilderness so that we can train and defend the Most High God and fight. Go ahead.
Verse 30. Both they and their children and their wives and their cattle, because afflictions increased sore upon them. Verse 31. Now, when it was told the king's servants and the host that was at Jerusalem in the city of David, that certain men who had broken the king's commandment were gone down into the secret places in the wilderness. Verse 32. They pursued after them a great number, and having overtaken them, they camped against them and made war against them on the Sabbath day.
You see that? When did they come?
On the Sabbath day.
You see that, right? No, I love. Why they? What are they doing?
So, for time's sake, what happened was, like, these other nations know our laws. These other nations know us. They study us. So what happened was, we wouldn't fight on the Sabbath day. We wouldn't go to war on the Sabbath day. We wouldn't do none of that. So they started making war against us on the Sabbath day, and they started unaliving a lot of us, which one shows us that we didn't know the spirit of the law. Because Mattathias and his brothers, when we hear a word, what happened to them on the Sabbath, we make a pledge in the sight of the people and the Most High. And we say, if they come to fight us on the Sabbath day, we gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's how we lived through these times, because they was trying to unalive all of us. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened here when they kept doing it, just to make the story short, wrap it up. But yeah, Mattathias and them, they say, yeah, listen, we will not let them slide with that on the day. And it also goes back to Christ as well, too. Christ told us the Sabbath was made for man and not man for the Sabbath. Right. So at a point in time, our people was worshiping the Sabbath as if it was, you know what I'm saying, we was made for it. Meaning we would not even defend ourselves. Like, you got some Israelites who won't flick a light on. Or I don't believe them, but they'll say they won't. You got Israelites that don't cook, clean, nothing. It's the Shabbat Shalom. Nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same spirit our people was in before. And we see that Mattathias rising up saying, listen, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord was with him. You know what I'm saying? That shows you too. Like he said, it's us, because they tell us, hey, y'all cooking on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we telling them, listen, you don't know what the scripture said? Like, no. I got a brother right now who won't come in here because, well, I know why he won't come in here, but he claimed we breaking the Sabbath. But you gonna die on the Sabbath day because your enemies is gonna make war against you. They're gonna make war against you, and they're gonna check your hypocrisy. Oh, you ain't gonna fight. Because you can't do that on the Sabbath. That's how the Jewish man is. The Jewish man doesn't do anything on the Sabbath except make you work. That's what he do. So like, oh my God, right here, we make the feast.
Yep.
So this is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 56. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days, and offered burnt offerings with gladness, and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise.
Right. We took back the temple. Okay. We took back our land. We fought and got it back. And as soon as we got it back, we went back. Okay. Of living. Kept the dedication on the altar for 8 days. All right. Offer burnt offerings with gladness and sacrifice, with the sacrifice of deliverance and praise. Okay, as soon as we got it back. All right. What does this tell us that we should do? Because what's up with us as a people? The civil rights movement, any type of freedoms or liberties that the oppressor gives us, we think that we made it. And then we don't turn to the Most High. Okay, we turn to him. Remember, I used to work for Amazon a long time ago, right? I was sitting at Amazon with a brother. We both sitting there. And he go, man, I'm thankful for Amazon. They put food on my table. I said, what? I said, nah, you come in here and you hit the clock. You're working, providing them labor and their service. But in his mind, he's thinking that Amazon feeds him, keeps his lights on. That's what we did. with civil rights and any type of liberties or freedoms, we just automatically go what? Oh, right or wrong, we just, oh, they is good white folks. We should be American. We part of America now. What you talking about? Nah. Now should be the time that we give everything back to the Most High. That's where we sing. That's why where we at today. We ain't thinking the Most High. We thinking America. We thinking a white man. Now we send our sons into the military. Now we become politicians and preachers. Work harder for the white man. Because he gave us the freedoms and liberties. I heard somebody say, man, had to be some white folks in there. It's some, oh, Martin Luther King said it. It's a few, but they here. And they fighting with us. To hell with them. I don't give a damn about them. They ain't supposed to be in here with us. Even if they disagree with their brothers and sisters, their white counterparts, let them go do that. You go fight them. Because it'll turn into us worshiping men rather than worshiping the Most High. We fought against the Greeks. Let's turn everything back over to the Most High. Let's get this pork out of here. Okay, they was eating rats, eating mice. Okay, let's stop this carnival and all this wicked festivals and holidays that they have forced us to do. We taking this back and give it all back to the Most High. Sabiyah.
Slocky, real quick, if I may add what you're saying about civil rights and what our people believe in that it was good for us. We had a brother and our slave. Yeah, one thing about when we there, they're like, yo, don't get them started. They always like, yo, don't get them started. They get too deep.
You know what I heard, Salakia? You know what I heard? Because I was there in 2016. Right? So somebody told me, it was like, yeah, it's two more of y'all's down here. You started them up back in the day. I just knew it was going to be something. Oh, you know, down me. Yeah. Down here. He's like, oh man, you started it. Oh, I hope they ain't just like you. I heard. Go ahead, sorry, y'all.
We got a brother. The brother's a little older than us, but he's talking and he want to pick up Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Civil rights, be like, yo, they did nothing for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They sodomites, you know what I'm saying? Right. They don't care about it, ran by the white people, man. You know what I'm saying? But his thing is he had faith in the civil rights movement, the Black Lives Matter, Obama. And we like, yo, they don't care about us.
Right.
And they funded by the white man.
Excellent.
They got their money and they don't care about nothing that's going on with us.
That's right.
He was so like passionate. He gave he's just so like, and they like, no, let's not talk about it. Because we go into everything. Mm-hmm. We get into the records and the scriptures, we get into everything. And like, never mind, let's change the topic.
Excellent. Right.
And his thing, just like many black people, is that, okay, well, they gave us something.
Yep.
That's what, so y'all gonna sit here and tell me they ain't give us nothing? Yep. That's his thing. You know what I'm saying? After the conversation, which was crazy because I'm with a trainer and he like, yeah, he talking about the stresses of Christmas or whatever with him and his rib and his kids. And he like, yeah, we ain't even supposed to be celebrating Christmas. Yeah, Joshua 10, right? I'm like, Jeremiah 10, I am. Jeremiah 10. He like, oh, yeah, man. And he start going into weeds of the chosen people and and this and that. And I'm just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. Like, they don't know. He wasn't in the conversation, but he must have been listening. And he know, like, a lot of our people know, but are you willing to take that step and say, like they were saying here, we're not going to forsake our laws. We're not going to forsake our ways of life. We're going to stand with it. You know what I'm saying? And then it's two groups. It's the people that ain't going to stand with it and going to join the white man. And then it's the ones that's going to flee and do what the Lord said do and let the Lord fight for them. Sluggy.
And I like Hanukkah, one of the main things it shows you, because when you talk about the oppressor and the white man and the system that he created, a lot of times people go, well, black man killing the black man. You see they created laws for you to do that, a culture for you to do that. That was created for you to do. That's Hanukkah. That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way around it, but to show that these people created, it's like an environment, a system, not only to keep you oppressed, but for you to hate and oppress each other, to take on that culture. So to revert it, now we got a feast of dedication. Now we dedicating everything back. All right.
Verse 57. They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold and with shields, and the gates and the chambers they renewed and hanged doors upon them. Verse 58.
So that's like us with our people. Okay, we did it with the temple. We do what we're supposed to do it with the temple, right? Okay, decorate the temple, decorate the sanctuary, make it look beautiful. Because now what we had to do was we had to wash all that pig blood out of the temple. Just imagine that. The altar is filled with pig blood. You know what I'm saying? Pictures of naked women and naked men, just like the Greeks and the Romans. Remember he was bringing that out? The statue of David, the quote unquote statue of David, it's a naked man. Right. They got this. That's Greek and Roman culture. So just imagine what they put up in there and all the idols. Salakia, have a seat. Have a seat. Idols and false gods and fake gods. Just imagine that. You walking in, just imagine, so God forbid, this would never happen. But just imagine a brother walk into this door and he wants to see what we about. We got a Christmas tree right here. We got a big Yato. Blue lights on it. You're going to have your house side there. We put a big turkey on the table. That was in the temple. So not only that, now what you have to beautify is the people. Now you beautify the people. Now we won't wear what they wear. We won't talk like they talk. Now we look mighty and great. Now we wearing crowns.
That's right.
Now we wearing shields. Now we're in garments and dresses and gowns. Now we walk militant. Now we upright and strong. All right, go ahead out.
Verse 58. Thus was there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away.
The what?
The reproach of the heathen was put away.
The what?
The reproach of the heathen was put away.
What does that mean? The reproach of the heathen was put away. What's that saying? Hachaanakah.
Like following their customs,
Right.
doing what they were doing, we stopped doing it.
Okay. Give me a little bit more on how it sounds when it says the reproach of the heathen.
Like listening to what they were doing.
No. You were right. I just wanted more of what you were saying. Okay. We stopped doing what the heathen doing, but when it says reproach of the heathen.
Like a curse, like that, like they rebuked it, or
Right.
they cursed it,
Right.
whatever.
Right. Okay. We did what we do in the ISUPK. We laughed at it. We talked about it. How horrible it was. You celebrate Christmas? Ain't no damn Santa Claus. I light a Christmas tree on fire. That's the reproach of the heathen. You understand what I'm saying? We take a turkey and throw it in the trash. My cousin said, man, why y'all threw that good turkey in the trash? You could have fed the people with the turkey. That's how much we hate it. We take a Quran and throw it down the block. I say, here, Levy, 40-yard pass. You're supposed to kick a Quran. You understand what I'm saying? One time they got mad at me at one slave, though. I said, I'm about to get fired. Because one sister said, oh, you don't like pepperonis? So I don't eat that pig. I was mad that day, and I just went in. Because you have to be like that. That's how it is. Since the Lord hates it, what should you do? Because Christianity teaches you love, and God is all love. No, God hates the wicked. He hates the evil. He hates your feast days. So what should you do? You should hate it too. You should love what God loves and hate what he hates. Go ahead, huh?
Verse 59. Moreover, Judas and his brethren with the whole congregation of Israel ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their season from year to year by the space of 8 days.
Uh-oh.
From the 5 and 20th day of the month of Caslu with myrrh and gladness.
Barakatah Yahweh shot for the UPK. Because y'all wouldn't do it. Them fake camps wouldn't do it. I'm telling you. Some people, we don't have to do all that because we ain't in the land. Man, you do it just like he said to do it. Right there. To this day, we doing it. Right? To this day, every year. And it shows how powerful these things are when the Most High sets it in place, because that's a man telling his brethren, right? We're going to keep this. We're going to do it every year around this time. And who followed it? Some of y'all, who followed it? Right? And who followed it? I asked you to get me the scripture.
Christ.
Christ followed what these men said? You know what? Jesus Christ would be in the ISUPK if he came today. If he didn't come when he came, when the Most High set it up that time, if he came, he would have been in here. He would have been rose up in here, came up in here. Why? Because he understood the orders and the laws and the statutes and how everything proceeds. Now, he has the highest rank, but I'm just saying, he followed it. So you should follow it. Go ahead.
Verse 60. At that time also they builded up the Mount Zion with high walls and strong towers round about, lest the Gentiles should come and tread it down, as they had done before.
I don't even want to talk about these fake cats out. But you got this group talking about something. The Gentiles can be saved. The Gentiles can be saved. We was wrong. We used to follow that one West doctrine, but we done seen, you let the Gentiles in. Dylan Storm Roof, wasn't he let in? Who else? All of them. Jeffrey Dahmer, wasn't he let in? Black folks loved Jeffrey Dahmer. I watched the documentary. They loved him. You know where Jeffrey Dahmer lived? He lived in the damn projects. And every black people used to go, what's that smell? He had rotted dead bodies in his apartment. And you know what black women did? I'm going to talk to him, y'all. Don't tell the landlord. I'm going to talk to Jeff. Jeffrey, you got to clean up, baby. She's in the documentary saying, I was hoping that he just cleaned up because they was mad. They wanted to kick him out. Jeffrey Dahmer go to every gay club. If he see a gay black man, he know he about to kill him tonight. Black people love Jeffrey Dahmer.
They ain't eat him.
Huh?
They ain't eat him.
Jeffrey Dahmer was open. Why? Because we opened the doors for him. We opened the doors for the cultures, the other nations. Oh, look at that white boy. He can dance. Every rap video, every rap interviewer that I see, every rapper, they always ask him about him in there. What about him in there? Damn. We just let them in. You know what they're going to do? They're going to destroy it. You're not going to have a culture anymore, a heritage. You better build those walls. Mount Zion better be fortified. That's why these ranks is made tough in here. Hebrew Academy is serious in here. Officers is serious in here. Priests, it's serious in here. The sisters, it's serious in here. You better make sure that it's fortified, lest the Gentiles come again and tear it down. Go ahead.
Verse 61. And they set there a garrison to keep it and fortified Bethsura to preserve it. that the people might have a defense against Idumea.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 62, or Salakia, that's the next chapter. You want to go through it?
We should be too Bob, right? Okay, any questions? Questions. I have no idea. Where was the dreidel at? Where was the spinning dreidel? Where is that in the Bible? Go ahead.
You know what else I want to wonder? Where was giving somebody a gift every day? You know how they say you got to give them gifts.
Oh yeah.
For each of the 8 days.
Yeah. Sister told me that one.
That wasn't in there either, right?
My sister told me that one time. She said, "Oh, you do Hanukkah then, so I can get 8 gifts." I said, "What?" Follow the scriptures, man. You could get a gift every day. How about that? No, their customs, you just want to follow and be like them. Okay. Those people have no correlation or connection to this. You mean to tell me Jerry Springer and Jerry Seinfeld that was fighting the Greeks? That was on every corner, screaming and hollering, getting their people right. Either you going to follow me or you going to die with the other nations. They were saying that. Clyde Davis, Weinstein, Goldberg. Those people was doing this. This is your culture, man. This is your culture. All right? Okay. Get that story for me, Barack. Baba Kishar. That Sharash was telling me about.
The man shooting in
Yeah.
Sydney.
Yep.
Yeah,
Real quick. These is coming to the earth. Just like you talked about the prophecies of Daniel, all these prophecies are coming to the earth. And one of the greatest prophecy that's getting to just boil over and go crazy is that you are the real Jew.
You were speaking on how Trump is sending so-called black Christian churches over to Israel. They're always showing these commercials on the television. The older white people pray for the peace of Israel and Jerusalem. That's to get them to donate from their own black churches to be so-called white people over in Israel and Jerusalem.
Right.
They don't show the whole thing. I got some on the news.
To make us feel some type of way. To make us feel sad and sorry. Okay? You're going to watch Schindler's List. You're going to watch Schindler's. Come on up here, Sharash, to this side. You're going to watch Schindler's List. They're going to make you watch Schindler's List. They're going to make sure that you love the Jewish people. And that's your language. That's your language. You're going to say, oh, Trump is a Nazi. Oh, they like the Nazi regime. Why are you saying?
They got video.
Why are you saying the Nazi regime?
Yeah, I seen a couple of them.
You know why they saying the Nazi regime and all that? Because they want you to feel sorry for the Jewish people. Nah, you got enough history to feel sorry for. All right.
So
y'all found it?
Yeah, a clip of it. So it was 2 gunmen shooting from like you know how higher or by the pool they got the thing where you like go over like a bridge looking thing.
Yeah.
And it sits like high above the people.
Right.
They were on that shooting. I mean dumping. They was dumping, he had a bag. And one of the dudes did come down. Now he was off camera. So this looked like the angle what happened. Now the civilians in Australia was shooting back too.
Whoa. What?
The civilians were shooting at the gunman. The gunman was shooting. It was 10 minutes long. I'm telling you, they was airing it out.
Hold on.
They was airing it out.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me they shooting back?
Yep.
So you think a particular way in your Christian mindset that everybody together in love and Oh, the Jewish people. Now, these is Jewish people that they were shooting at, right?
Yeah.
So the Jewish people were shooting back. Black people got to wake up. You're the only people that want to be the victim, that want to be destroyed. Because the Jewish man carrying a gun at the beach. He took that yarmulke off and pulled that 45 up under all of that. Huh? He had that big old black hat on. He had a shotgun up under there. He got the beach in that trench coat, eating gefilte fish and bagels. I got my pistol on me.
It's a lot good.
We need to be more focused on defending our people, man. That's crazy, huh? You would never think the Jewish people walking around, they walking around with guns on them. At a party at the beach. Meaning they always on it. Every nation is militant. And as soon as they see us, y'all too militant. This is too aggressive. Y'all sure y'all got sisters and children in there? Maybe you shouldn't be so mean. The Jewish man at the goddamn beach in a Speedo with a 45. Salaki, go ahead.
And Salakia, after the police took both of the gunmen down, the Edomite ran up and kicked him on the ground. Boom! The police like, oh, hey, move. He like, nah, kicked him again. Boom! Go ahead.
He died. They killed him.
They killed that one?
They killed him. The one that died, the one that the dude runs up and kicks, he was dead.
Yeah, he was dead.
And after that, they were trying to give him CPR. And the dude kept running around the cops and kicking the dead body.
Yeah, that was wild. That was crazy. I seen a 10-minute clip. I'm like, wow, these dudes was going crazy.
What does the scripture say? We got to be jealous of the Gentiles?
Mm-hmm.
Right, because they in their rulership, they in their right mind and their culture. Now, I'm not agreeing with none of this, but I'm just saying, I'm somewhat jealous. We just got to stand there and watch George Floyd get choked to death. Didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
We just had to stand there and watch him. We had to stand there and watch Eric Gardner get choked. We had to watch Tamir Rice get shot up by the cops. We just had to sit there and watch. We had to sit there and watch Robert Brooks being beaten while he's in chains. We just got to sit there and watch and go to the rally and go, we shall. I was thinking about that yesterday. We still singing, we shall overcome. We still singing this goddamn song. For 100 years we singing, we shall overcome. And they running up on the body, the dead body, and kicking it.
With the police right there.
With the police right there. And the police ain't doing nothing. That should make you want for your people more.
You see the man in white there running up and tackling.
Hold on.
Suspected.
Hold on. You mean to tell me a civilian took out the gunman with the rifle? Did you see how big? Go back, man. You see how big this assault rifle is? That gun bigger than Levy. Look at it.
You see the man.
Look at, he run up and tackle him. You know what we did in the church? This should make us so mad, man. Do you know what we did to Dylan Storm Roof? Go ahead, man.
We prayed for him.
Please, brother, please. It was a brother, a young brother. I think he was unalive. He was like 21. Big, strong brother. He walked into Dylan Storm Roof. Let's pray. In the name of Jesus, please, let's pray. Jesus loves you. I'm your brother. And I'm not picking on the brother, but the brother in Buffalo. I did an interview with him. He said he gave him his food stamp card. He saw the white boy come and sleeping outside the store. I'm wondering what's going on. Why he sitting out here? I ain't got no money, but I gave him my food stamp card. Stop loving them. Start loving us. Love God. God hate them. This is crazy, y'all. He tackled that man. Look how he is with the rifle. Meaning he's trained to shoot. He got the butt of the rifle in his shoulder. He got the vest
He
on.
got the bag full of ammo.
Oh my
He
goodness.
kept reloading. They were shooting for like 15 minutes.
He taking a stance, a posture. He got the tree blocking him on that side. You see how the tree is blocking him on one side? His front is covered by the tree. And a civilian. This guy put his donuts down. He pushed over to the hot dog cart. I gotta go save my people. Go ahead, man.
Man in white there running up and tackling that suspected gunman. There is a struggle, and you can see he appears to wrestle what looks like a shotgun out of that man's hands. Now, the individual in white has not at this point been identified, but local leaders are hailing what they say were extraordinary acts of personal courage by people who just jumped in at the scene. It is very likely that that man saved some lives by appearing to disarm that gunman. We know that at least 29 people were taken to hospital. Among them are 2 police officers. Authorities are saying police were on the scene and engaged.
Yeah, this is where they were shooting at. So the angle I seen was from the side. This man went down there and got his ass whooped and came back without his gun. But he ended up dead. He ended up lying dead. But this man up here,
That's the one that,
he was tearing them up. Both sides. From this side and from behind him, he was going crazy, but they ended up killing both of them. Well, it looked like they killed them. They both dropped.
One died.
They both dropped. And the civilian came up and ran up to see if they was alive. And when the police got there, they mistake the civilian for one of them, slammed him, and then that dude came, and he was furious. He started kicking the
gun battle with these shooters within just minutes. Police are also saying that they found a car linked to the killed gunman, which does appear to contain improvised explosive devices. Now, the bomb squad there in Sydney is probing that vehicle. They are looking for more clues. They are looking for more details about the motives. And Willie, a massive police investigation is now underway, but we can already say at this point that this is one of the worst gun massacres in Australian history.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay up.
That real footage.
Did they release the names and identities of them?
Yeah,
I think so.
Are they Edomites or what?
No, they're Arabs.
It was Arabs,
Okay.
yeah. Right
they
there,
like Palestinians.
it says they were father and son.
Oh my goodness.
Right there, you see it?
Cause he was mad at his the dude for going down there. Cause as he went down there, he's looking like, hey, he's flagging him to come back. He's like, yo, come back. Let's see. It has a picture of him. He said it was ID.
Okay. And we don't gloat, we don't laugh, we don't glorify in atrocities with any nation. However, we do understand and identify that this is coming. This is going to be every day.
Come and identify it.
It's going to be every day.
Naveed Akram. You probably can see the whole video on TikTok. You know, TikTok don't got no sense. Just kill somebody on there.
Y'all better join us.
You can't say the Jews are black on TikTok.
Right. right. You can't burn a Christmas tree. But the Arabs want to shoot up your whole beach. This is coming. This is wild. Okay. And as we have these 8 days, let's dedicate ourselves back to the Most High. Okay. Let's truly follow Christ. All right. And turn our whole people, this nation of people, let's raise up to 144,000 and all our people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the 12 tribes of Israel. It's time for them to come back up in here. All right. And with that, we'll hand the class over to Priest and Officer Shiraj. Shiraj. I can't turn the camera for him, Bubba.
We are the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the leadership of Commandant General Hachaanakah. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from their head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which would be the
Feast of Purim.
Feast of Purim. Yep. Which is March 3rd. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, black boots, black shirt, black pants, headband, or scarf. With that being said, like rise.
Imagine.
Salakia. Right, we're gonna do a courtesy salute. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahabashim Yahushabrakathon. All right, with that, we're gonna turn and face the sister. All right, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahabashim Yahushai.
Alatha,
Avatha,
Bashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua.
Yahweh Shai.
With that being said, class dismissed.